Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to pre-flight a Cessna 172. So stuff like this doesn't happen. The purpose of a pre-flight is to check all the instruments and flight controls of the airplane before you take off so that you have no problems in the air. Hope you guys enjoy it. Alright guys, come with me as I show you how to pre-flight a Cessna 172. So step one is to unsecure the airplane by untying all the ropes around the airplane. There are 3 tie downs in total, 2 on the wings and 1 on the rear fuselage of the airplane. And you'll see me circling up the rope on the ground like this. This is to prevent the rope from getting sucked up in the prop of an airplane when they are taxiing. While we're untying the airplane, we're going to move all the before flight material to prevent animals from getting inside of the pitot tube and the engine cover. Once we get done pre-flighting and removing all the before flight material and items, we're going to go ahead and throw it back on the airplane and turn all our lights on, put our flaps down, and start the actual pre-flight. So the first thing I do in my pre-flight is check the lights. As you can tell, I'm checking my landing light, my wing lights, or positioning lights, whatever you want to call them, and my beacon. A little neat thing about airplanes, just like boats, you have a green light on the right and a red light on the left. Once I get done with all these, I'm going to turn all the power off so we don't drain the battery before we start the engine. I'm not going to start the front of the airplane and check the prop out to make sure there's no dings or dents in it that could cause any kind of failures. And I'm going to check the wheel, make sure I have pressure and the shock's still in there, and I have all my nuts and bolts in the landing strut. I'm then going to check my static ports and visually inspect, make sure we have fuel in the left wing tank. After this, I'm going to check the leading edge of the wing and the wing strut while also checking the pitot tube. As you can see, I'm visually inspecting the wing right now. While checking the wing, I check my flaps to make sure all the hinges are good and the control rod is still in there. While also checking the flaps to make sure the flaps are moved freely and lock in place when they're desired to be locked. After that, I check my wheel, make sure I have wheel pressure or tire pressure, and the brake has brake pads. I'm not going to check my elevator to make sure everything on the back looks good. Same thing with the wing, checking everything. The hinges are still there. My control wires are on the bottom and they're not rusted or falling apart like I'm doing right here. I'm going to do this on both sides. And this is the right wing. I'm going to do the same thing on this wing, kind of just run over. You already saw me do that. So just run over the leading edge, checking the fuel, checking all the wheels, tires, all that stuff, all that good stuff. I'm now checking the engine, make sure I have enough oil in it. Oil looks good. And then I'm going to pull a lever that's going to drain fuel out of the engine to make sure there's no dirty fuel in the engine. Now I'm going to grab my fuel sump device and I'm going to drain fuel from the bottom lowest point of the tank to see if there's any water in the fuel. If so, I'm going to drain all the water out. This tank looks good. As you can tell, there's the blue. If there was water in it, the water would be floating at the bottom of it. Now I'm going to walk over to the other side and do the same thing on the side. And to not waste the fuel looks good, I'm going to pour it right back into my tank. And that's pretty much it, pre-flying a Cessna 172. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe.